Hey guys, Shane from Jaggs Journeys. Welcome back another week for another live stream here on YouTube. And thanks again for joining me and taking time out of your busy schedules on a Monday night. Thanks again. Greatly appreciated. Hi to everyone who's jumping on now. And great to see some regulars back again. And also looks like might have a couple of new people. So again, thanks for joining me. We do this live stream here on YouTube every Monday night. We do it 8 p.m. Queensland time. My computer's just gone crooked. 8 p.m. Queensland time every Monday night. Occasionally that might change. If it does, I'll put out a note on Instagram to let you know if the time's going to change on the night. But essentially, it will be 8 p.m. every Monday night. So thanks again to everyone. I hope everyone had an awesome weekend just gone. Who went to Carnival? Anyone on here make it to SeaWorld for the opening night of Carnival on Saturday? I was there. If you may or may not have seen me, I was the one running, trying to get everything filmed before the event finished. And pretty much had a tough time doing that on Saturday night. It is such a short event. It's a 3-hour event. So, it was a bit of a challenge. But nonetheless, managed to get through, managed to put, I think I covered most things. I might have missed a couple of bits of entertainment maybe. But generally speaking, got it all done. Got a video out. Hope you've all had a chance to watch the video. I hope you like the video as well. I always try to make the video as fun and exciting as possible as well. So thanks to everyone who is watching that. If you haven't watched it already, it is obviously on the channel now. Carnival 2024 opening night, and once again, one of my favorite events. We'll actually get into Carnival a bit more later on. We're going to cover quite a few things on the live feed tonight. So we're going to pretty much go through the parks here and chat about what's been happening, announcements, and then we'll talk about Carnival as well. So we'll get to some of your questions as well. Again, I just want to say hi to everyone who is saying hi. Again, appreciate everyone jumping on taking time out of your Monday night, where I'm sure there's other better things to watch on TV than me. But anyway, I do appreciate you all jumping on once again. So I just let you all know as well, this is moderated. Every live stream I do, whether it's here in the studio or in parks, anytime I go live, they're always moderated. All right. So let's keep the chat to on topic. Any other sort of questions, you can always just send me messages on Instagram, that kind of thing. But on the live stream, just keep it topical, and helps me get through it a bit quicker as well. Because sometimes if there's just questions, that are just general questions, nothing to do with kind of theme parks and that, it just sort of absorbs the time that I want to spend with you guys. So So if anyone who's perhaps constantly repeating stuff and it's not on topic, you may get timed out, just to let you know, because it is moderated. But hopefully we won't have to do that. Hopefully everyone on there was just keen to hear what's been happening at the parks as well. I will try and obviously answer your questions as best as possible. Excuse me. We got here from 2K that's got a drop. Watch your Carnival videos. The $29 online food voucher seemed like good value. I'm coming out for White Christmas this year. Do they have something similar? They don't have something quite like that. No, for White Christmas what they do have for White Christmas is they have like a buffet dinner for Christmas. But they also do have a couple of different food options available around the park, like in a meal deal, that kind of thing. If you haven't already done so, though, if you jump on and watch my last White Christmas video that I've just filmed in December we did opening night there, it'll have all that on there. So I actually cover off all the food and what's available. So check that out. But getting back to that Carnival, the Festival Flavor Pass, $29. definitely recommend doing that. It's really good value. You got to buy it online though, so you can't buy it in park, and you can't buy it online once you're in the park. So it's got to be purchased before you visit, and it is a full size food serving that you get. It's not a sample size, but it's only from some of the like the food trucks or the pop up stands. So in other words, you can't go to the burger shop to get something. It's got to be from the pop up stands there, which is fine. It's there's heaps of food offerings there, so you get one of them. And then you also get a single scoop ice cream, and it's in a cone, and it's a full size single scoop. It's not like a kiddie cup or anything like that. It's a decent size ice cream. And then you also get a churro as well, and a sipper cup that's unlimited refills for the night of soft drink. And I tell you what, the night we were there must have been about 30 degrees. I'm pretty sure it was over 30 degrees. And it was so humid, and the amount of drinks that we had a few cocktails as well. So, but yeah, good value for money. So check that out. Family Odyssey 22, I'm going well. Thanks for all your support for the channel. Thanks for the coffees. Always greatly appreciated. And yeah, I really appreciate everything. Thank you so much. Hey, Jamie, I was fortunate to get locals pass for Dreamworld with the discount they were running for 50. How good was that offer? That was so good, wasn't it? $50 for a locals pass a few weeks back. That's awesome. I just recently updated my pass back into last year. Actually, I just missed just before that Black Friday sale, where it was really cheap as well, or was not as cheap as that. So I missed out on that. I paid full price. But anyway, that's what you get. You got to keep an eye out for the bargain. So good on you. That's awesome. Very lucky to get that. That's awesome. Stephen from the US, welcome. Thanks for getting up early, mate. Always appreciate your support. Thanks for jumping on board. I hope you enjoy hearing about what's been happening here in the Aussie theme parks. Tom, hey, what do you think of the Rivertown and all the new renders released lately? Love it. We'll get more into that in a minute. As I say, I got a few things we'll talk about, and we'll break that all down as well. So we'll go through all that. Your social pic of Dreamworld theming with the plane, yeah, looks amazing. Yep, again, absolutely right. We'll go through. We'll talk about that in more detail shortly, because yeah, it's definitely pretty cool. Hey Matt, good to see you again, mate. And yep, I hope you enjoyed. I know you enjoyed Carnival. So I spoke to you afterwards, but yeah, awesome event. Carnival is awesome. SeaWorld is awesome at night for night events. It's so good. But again, we'll chat more about Carnival as well. So yeah, so thanks to everyone for jumping on board tonight. Thanks to everyone who's saying hi there. Cool. We'll get into some stuff that's been going on. Let's have a quick drink, then we'll get into it. All right. Where should we start? Let's start at Movie World. So I just actually posted a picture on Instagram tonight. Not sure if you've all seen that yet or not. So it was sent in by Claire Bear and on Instagram. And she was there today. So they've actually, with the Flash, they've now started. We know they've started the entryway to the left of the Superman ride. So if you're standing at the front of Superman, you've got the right-hand side where the entry is for Superman. Well, now on the left-hand side is where the entry is for the Flash. And now they've just started to put all the framework up for the roof, for like the archway that you walk through. So I guess it will look similar to what's on the other side at Superman. Looks like they're building kind of like mirror image of that. So that framework is up now. So we definitely know that's where you're going to go in to get into the Flash precinct, to the ride. So that's gone up. That's exciting. So again, there's still a truckload of work going on around the ride, but also still on the ride. They're still doing work on the ride. The ride vehicle is not on the track yet, but they have been doing work on that out the back in engineering or behind the park up the top. That's all being worked on, and hopefully not too far away. Hopefully that'll end up on the track soon. We still haven't got an actual release date for the Flash yet, unfortunately. But again, I'm probably picking June, July school holidays, because if it's not going to be the Easter school holidays, let's look. It could be, but originally they said it was, and then they've just changed that to coming soon or coming 2024. So we don't know. It's been delayed for one reason or another, and it could be something to do with the storms, the storm damage. You know, those people might have had to have gone and done other things in the park for a period of time or what have you. So either way, we'll keep our eye on what's going on with the Flash Speed Force, and definitely, yeah, we'll be there when it opens, or if not opening day, the day or so after on the weekend, and we'll do a full feature video on that, obviously, and ride it as well. Even though I'm not big on spinning rides, because the ride vehicle, the each end of the surfboard do spin as it's going up the shuttle, back and forth. But I'll do it for you guys. So yeah, so looking forward to that. Should be cool. So yeah, there's ton of progress going on there, and it's really cool to see that entryway coming together. Now, Superman is now on maintenance, so you've got fencing that's been put up essentially in that archway there, so you can't get through any further. So we won't be able to get more visibility into that Flash area either, nor can we probably see much of anything happening in the Wizard of Oz for a while as well, while it's down on maintenance. So that reopens. Superman reopens on the 30th of March from its maintenance period. So after that time, we'll better get back and have another look. That's around about Easter time. I think Easter actually falls at the very end of March this year. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what I read recently. So yeah, so that should all be open for Easter. And just on rides that are down at Movie World, obviously the Batwing is also down currently, and that again reopens on the 30th of March as well. And same with Doomsday. So that's also down and reopens on the 30th of March. So it looks like there's 3 rides there that are down, all reopening on the same day, which is cool. And then obviously we've got ongoing construction with the Flash and the Wizard of Oz. And in the Kids WB area too, Yosemite Sam's Railway is actually down for maintenance. That's actually unscheduled maintenance, so there's no reopening date for that. So that'll just have to be something you have to check daily if you're coming to the park and wanting to check out those rides down there in the Kids WB area. Other than that, I think that's pretty much all I had for Movie World updates. Now, another thing that was announced last week, or I guess officially announced, was, and it's not Gold Coast based, but obviously we did feature it on Instagram and also on the Theme Park Cartel podcast. We had a bit of a debrief or unpack of what this was. So Universal Studios are building Epic Universe in Orlando. It's been under construction since about 2019, I believe. It's probably going to be the world's biggest theme park. And it's going to have like 4 different lands, or essentially 5 really. So when you walk in, you walk into Celestial Park, which is the beginning. And this isn't going to look like any other theme park. If you haven't seen it, I think by now most people probably would have seen the artwork or have seen how it looks. Get online and just search Universal Epic Universe. There's also YouTube channels that show the construction progress. So there's already roller coasters that are up and running and testing. Obviously without all the theming and stuff, and then it's like aerial shots. But yeah, this is not going to look like a standard theme park. It will to a point, but it's going to be something quite special. So you're going to walk into Celestial Park, and it's going to be basically the heart of the park. And it's just going to look like a mythical world. It's going to be incredible. And that's where some of the shops and the restaurants will be located as well. They have a couple of rides in there as well. But then there'll be 4 different portals. Essentially, there'll be portals that'll take you into different worlds. So the 4 worlds that they're going to have is they're going to have How to Train Your Dragon. So the Isle of Berk. That's going to be cool. Vikings, that sort of thing. I mean, that's going to be amazing. Each of these areas will have rides in them too, by the way. A few of the rides have been kind of leaked or speculated on, but they're going to release more. So they've released everything about Celestial Park, and then probably over the next few months they'll release another what's happening with the next world. They'll go into more detail and show you more, and they'll show you like a computer generated fly through and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so How to Train Your Dragon, Super Nintendo World, which is going to be very popular, of course. Dark Universe is going to be the classic Universal monsters, so like Frankenstein and all that kind of thing. So that's the one I'm most excited to see what that's going to look like. So this is really exciting. And then, of course, probably one of the most popular ones would be the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, the Ministry of Magic. So that is going to be another next level Harry Potter journey through there as well. So how cool is that? Epic Universe. It's due to open next year, 2025, summer. So it's American summer. So that's our winter, right? So I guess June, July, August. We're not sure exactly yet. It might be June. I'd pick it. It would be probably the beginning of summer if it's ready. This is going to be incredible. So yeah, if you're into theme parks like me, and you're into what's happening in other parts of the world as well, check it out. There's heaps of info online, and follow the progress. It is cool. So, and something quite amazing that we probably would never see in Australia. So yeah, check it out. And then of course, if you are planning a trip to America at some point, there's something to maybe look forward to going in and seeing as heading over there as well. So that would be so cool. That would be so cool. I think it's let's see, I've got some comments coming through. So I'll just see if anyone's commenting specifically on that. And we can just reply to your comments on that if there is. But I think it's definitely really, really exciting. Really exciting. I don't think. Yeah. Anyway, if you want to comment on Universal, on Epic Universe, definitely send us a message on Instagram, something like that. Cool. All right. I know there's some other comments there, guys. I'm just trying to have a look. So yeah, we'll get to all that as well. But yeah, so exciting news. Last week it was sort of plastered all over the internet last week. It almost probably broke the internet in the theme park world space anyway. Cool. Anyway, let's get back to Gold Coast. Just wanted to mention that because that was pretty big, exciting news. So let's talk about Dreamworld, of course. Let's talk about Dreamworld. So a couple of things happening that are coming up. So they celebrate Waitangi Day, which is New Zealand Day, essentially. And so they're having a Waitangi weekend on this coming weekend. So it's on the 10th and the 11th, which is Saturday, Sunday. But also tomorrow, which is Tuesday, the 6th of February, that is actually Waitangi Day. And I believe they are actually running this tomorrow as well. Obviously, I won't be able to go because I work. But those of you who may be at Dreamworld tomorrow, you will be able to actually experience New Zealand culture, music, and foods. If you can't make it tomorrow, then on the weekend, you can also be able to do the same. Experience New Zealand culture, music, and foods. So no doubt I'll probably try and pay a visit to Dreamworld over the next weekend to check it out. If you go back on my YouTube channel, I pretty much covered all of their Waitangi Day celebrations for as long as they've had them. I think the last few years anyway. So I've got plenty of videos there on that. We always tend to go along. Again, just to show something a little bit different as well. And originally being a Kiwi myself, don't hold against me. I am Australian citizen now. So been here over 20 years. But anyway, yeah, it's good just to see a different culture and definitely with different foods as well. So that's pretty cool. Also, Dreamworld night markets are celebrating Lunar New Year. So that's this coming Friday and Saturday nights at the Dreamworld night markets. So they'll have like the dragon, is it the lion? I think it's lion dance. I think they've got a lion dance going on. And a couple of the food vendors will have some Asian-inspired foods and maybe a couple of specialty things. For example, I think I read that yumpling dumplings, which is one of my favorite foods to have at the night markets, they're doing something extra as well, I believe. Not sure what, like another part of or something added to the menu. So that's really cool. And I think one of the other food vendors is also doing that as well. They're providing some other food options, obviously themed around Chinese food or Asian food for celebrating the Lunar New Year. So that's pretty cool. So something different you could do this weekend. You can head along to the night markets Friday or Saturday night. Remember, it's free if you're a Dreamworld annual pass holder, or if you're not, it's only $2 to get in each. So it's pretty good. And of course, they've got the Dodgems and the Flyer and the Tree House and the theater open. I think the Flyer should be open by then. I think it reopens on the 9th. The Flyer is down at the moment for maintenance. That reopens on the 9th. Yeah, so yeah, and then you've got the Waitangi Day weekend as well. So plenty happening at Dreamworld this weekend. So you're looking for something to do, there you go, check it out. Unless you're going to Carnival as well, plenty to do as well. Carnival is just on Saturday night this week. Cool. So yeah, some good things happening there at Dreamworld. In terms of ride maintenance at the moment, just to keep you guys up to date. And again, this stuff is all online, so you can find this out yourselves. But we just try and keep you up to date so you can tune in and hear it all, and then it's easy, right? So, there's a fair few things down at the moment, but Serpent Slayer is down at the moment, and that reopens on the 16th of February. Tailspin's also down at the moment. That's a little longer, so that one reopens on the 27th of February. Vintage Cars, as we know, they're fixing up from the storm damage. Currently, it's still scheduled to open on the 27th of February. Currently, again, that might change. Just depends how the weather goes and what they find when they're fixing it. So that, that it could bump out again. You never know. And as I said before, Dreamworld Flyer reopens on the 9th. So on Friday this week as well. Just to let you know, just a couple of things that are coming up for maintenance at Dreamworld, like next month, or essentially the end of this month, really. Sky Voyager, that will be down from the 27th of February until the 28th of March. And Shockwave is also going to go down on maintenance 27th of February to the 18th of March. Cool. So that's all on their website. You better have a look if you can't remember, or watch the video back afterwards. The live stream, I should say. It'll be on YouTube after that. All right. Now, today, a couple of you have touched on it just before, Dreamworld released some new artwork, rendering artwork of River Town. So if you haven't seen it, it's on my Instagram and everyone else's Instagram as well. And of course, it's on Dreamworld's Instagram, probably on their Facebook as well. But this is really cool. So I know I've gone on about how well themed this is going to be, this whole River Town. It's going to be next level. So they've just released today what's going to be, I suppose, a centerpiece or right in the middle of River Town. And that's basically a crashed plane. Because it's kind of a jungle theming. And so basically, this plane, let me get this right here. This plane is, here it is. So it's an ex-military, I'm not sure how to pronounce this right, this word, carabao maybe. So an ex-military carabao dual engine propeller plane. It looks pretty cool. It looks awesome. Just think of the old school plane, those, twin propeller, old military style, crashed in the jungle. And essentially, Marasipi Motors, the vintage cars, will be driving around, and that'll be crashed like in the middle, sort of up on top of like a piece of like an island or land or something like that. Check it out. Check out the rendering artwork on Instagram. It just blows your mind. I mean, it is only the rendering artwork, and it will look, it could change. And I think there's a disclaimer there, by the way, as well, that it might look a bit different to that. But all I can say is, wow, like they really are spending the money on the theming. I believe it might even be, so whatever the cost of the Jungle Rush ride is, I think the theming is that much money more again, just on the theming. So next level. It's just going to be wow factor. So This is really exciting to see that. And what they sort of said was basically this is the start of Rivertown's story. So the story of Rivertown. So we're going to obviously they're going to sort of release stuff over the year that's going to take us on a journey through, I guess, how Rivertown came about, right? And what's happened in Rivertown. And yeah, so by the time we actually get to go to Rivertown, we'll kind of have a good understanding of the backstory, the history of it, obviously, as they've narrated it. So that's pretty cool and that's really exciting. So we're all going to go on that journey together. And then by the time we get there at the end of the year, and we're going to be able to walk through Rivertown, check it all out for ourselves, jump on the Mississippi Motors, and of course, the Jungle Rush roller coaster, family coaster, is just going to be incredible. And cannot wait. It's going to be awesome. And there's a few world firsts going into that roller coaster as well. That is a very, I guess, a common coaster around the world, except it is being obviously adjusted for Dreamworld specification or Dreamworld's requirements of what they want to put into it. So they've added some things, and there's a world's first inclined turntable as well. So there's like 12 airtime moments. There's heaps of cool stuff. If you check out my Dreamworld video that I did, I think it was a week ago. About a week ago, and on the thumbnail it says $35 million, which is obviously how much he's spending on that coaster. So all the information's in there. Check that video out if you haven't already done so. Check it out. All the info's there. You can also go onto Dreamworld's website. They have, of course, all the information there in detail. So if you want to know more, definitely have a look there. And if you're in park, on the construction walls, there's QR codes where you can just scan your phone and bang, straight away you got all the information at your fingertips if you want to know more. So that's really good thing that Dreamworld do, is they keep everyone informed, and the communication is amazing, and just things like that. It tells you what's going on, and yeah, it's cool. So, and I think that video also shows a lot of the theming that's getting done off site. If you haven't already seen it, incredible. So check it all out. So yeah, Dreamworld, it's gonna be heaps of cool stuff happening there. Obviously, there's cool stuff happening at Movie World too with the Flash, or the reinvented Surf Rider, but the Flash, that's going to be cool. And of course, Wizard of Oz. We cannot wait for Wizard of Oz as well. Highly themed precinct or land. 3 coasters. Well, 2 coasters. One's a boomerang dueling coaster, so essentially 2 coasters in one. So really, there's actually three coasters, but 2 rides, if you know what I mean, in that area. And the theming is going to be crazy. So again, we're very spoiled this year. So we've got all those things to look forward to: the Flash, the Wizard of Oz, and Rivertown, and with Jungle Rush and the new Mississippi Motors. Unreal. So, and of course, next year, Scooby-Doo reopens at Movie World. When, we're not sure. We're excited to get back on Scooby-Doo and see the improvements or changes from their multi-million-dollar makeover. So yeah, wow, there's lots of stuff happening, right? Heaps of stuff happening. Cool. Might just jump back into some of you see plenty of questions coming through and comments. So I might just jump on there before we jump across to SeaWorld and go through what's happening there. And also we'll have a chat around Carnival as well. So from my visit there. Cool. All right. So again, I just want to say hi and thanks to everyone who is jumping on tonight and who's saying hi. There's plenty of people saying hi as well. So hi to everyone. Okay, I found where I was at. We got okay. Hey mate, how's things after watching Never Ending Story the other day? It's something I'd like to see at Movie World somehow. Imagine seeing a 4-core float with the child like Empress on it. That would be cool. And I think it might be. Is that a Warner Brothers? I think that is actually a Warner Brothers. I could be wrong, but I think it might actually be a Warner Brothers movie as well. Never Ending Story. That's another one that's timeless, like Wizard of Oz kind of thing. Yeah, I think they do need to look at the park in general and bring it back to the movie. So it's good to see the Wizard of Oz precinct. It's a movie, right? It's a movie. Movie world, movies. That's what they need to have more of. When they first opened and they had the Gremlins ride, that's a movie. And then when they opened Lethal Weapon, it's a movie. So movie-based stuff. Obviously, Looney Tunes is movies, cartoons and movies, which is cool. But yeah, it'd be really cool to see a bit more movie stuff happening at Movie World in the future. My own personal opinion. It went very superhero, which is cool. I love superheroes, and everyone loves them. But they do need that more movie angle, whether it's changing up the stunt show, which we've spoken about before. Maybe Mad Max, or something movie orientated would be cool, right? So we'll see. What I'd suggest, Michael, is maybe putting something in an email to them and just say, hey, you probably thought about it, but have you thought about this? What about this? What about that? You never know. I mean, I'm sure they'd be happy to look at stuff, ideas, that kind of thing, especially from people that go there all the time. Cool. All right, let's see what else we got. Ryder, how are you, mate? He's saying, so Ryder's one of my subscribers that I bump into quite often at the theme parks. He's always there, and he's been working himself up to getting on the bigger rides. And he did Superman for the first time 3 weeks ago. I think it was 3 weeks ago, and he's ridden it 76 times. That's incredible, amazing. Well done, mate, because that's more than I've ridden it in an entire time it's been open. It's insane. That's insane. You must absolutely love it. I mean, it is a cool ride, yeah? Wow, mate, well done. So let me know when you hit the 100 on that one. If you go to an app called Log Ride, it's the one that you can keep your coaster counts on. Log Ride. Go to that app, and you can log all your coaster credits if you like. You should just start doing that, seeing as you're now on that coaster journey, and yeah, anyone else too, obviously, as well. Cool, well done, mate. That's awesome. Matt's off early. That's all good, mate. Appreciate your support as always. Always good to see you on here. Jason, was awesome seeing you Saturday night at Carnival. It was a hot night, absolutely sure was. You went on Storm Coaster to cool off. Yeah, I would have actually loved to go on any rides. I missed out. I was planning to go on Leviathan. I love that at night. I don't really get to ride it at night that often. But when I'm on my filming schedule for these events, it's such a short event. And obviously I stop a lot to talk to people who want to say hi. And that's obviously, I'm happy to do that, and then obviously to eat, I got to try and eat something as well. That's more time. And then the show is half an hour. So it's a challenge. And it was so hot, wasn't it? It was just such a humid night. It was crazy hot. So I bet you cooled down heaps on the Storm. I would have actually loved to have gone on that. Just ran out of time, unfortunately. Never mind. Maybe next time I can get on it. Hi from Sydney. Is it worth going to Gold Coast to see all the worlds? If you haven't been here before, absolutely. There's lots of content out there. My channel is dedicated mostly to theme parks. We do theme parks, attractions, and events. There is a ton of videos. I think I've got over, I haven't even checked lately, I think about 500 videos on my channel, maybe, or up there, something like that. Mostly theme parks, but there's other attractions and events and that kind of thing that we feature as well that people like to do. So check it all out. If you've got any questions, by all means, send me a message on Instagram. If you've got some specific questions or you want to know something that you can't seem to find the exact answer for, I'll try and help you out. So let me know. But definitely. But what I would recommend is the time of the year that you come here is depending on what's on maintenance or not on maintenance. So depending on what you want to ride, like if you go, I'm coming there to Movie World and I'm going to ride the DC Rivals, make sure you check the website first, the ride maintenance schedule, because if that's on maintenance for a month or two, when you get here, you will be extremely disappointed. So, and yeah, all the maintenance is on their app. So, and same with Dreamworld on their website. And pretty much they've got the whole year's maintenance on there. So you can go on there now and check for like September, October, what's on maintenance there for all their parks. All right. So I always recommend doing that, particularly when you're not local. If you're coming for a holiday from a distance away, you definitely want to get onto that. Cool. But other than that, yep. If you can get up here, enjoy. School holidays, everything's usually open, right? So yes, it's busier, but for example, the June, July holidays aren't as busy. Even probably Easter. Easter's busy. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're busy, but they're not hectic. So September, October holidays are quite busy. So kind of like you got normal holidays that are busy, then you got September, October is quite busy, but that December, January is like crazy busy, hectic, particularly on the 27th and 28th. Crazy busy. So yeah, depends. I'd probably recommend, if you don't want to pay the extra money for the fast track passes, they are quite expensive. Maybe try and do the multi-day passes where you can come to the parks on over a few days. Or do it that way so you can get the rides in and then all the shows and everything. It just depends on the time of year. I hope that's of some help to you. Cool. Someone's asking, does Dreamworld have dodgems? Yes, I do. And they are open for the night markets. It is an upcharge. If you're an annual pass holder, it's free. Same with the Dreamworld Flyer. But if you're paying $2 to go to the night market, you can ride the Flyer and the dodgems. If you ride them both, you can buy a $15 ticket, which gets you one ride on each. Or if you just want to go on one, it's $10 per ride. So it's better to get the two, right? So the treehouse is obviously just open as free, and the theater, they play movies there, and there's no cost in that as well. So just other than that, it's the food, and there's entertainment happening there as well. But yeah, they definitely have dodgems there as well, and they're pretty cool. What else have we got there? Let me see. Now, remember, I'm only going to answer theme park based questions, guys. All right. So if you're asking other questions, I'm probably not going to read out your question. All right. Someone's saying they want to go to Universal Studios. It's definitely because you're a big fan of Harry Potter. Yeah, definitely. If you can get to one of the Universal Studios, because Universal, even though Harry Potter is a Warner Brothers movie, Universal Studios has the theme park rights. So Warner Brothers, you don't have the rights as far as I know. Anyway, I mean, there's something around that. So, but yeah, you head to Universal. I haven't been to Orlando, but apparently that's incredible there. The one in Hollywood that I've been to in LA is, again, blows your mind. It's incredible. But I think I heard the Universal one is, the Florida one might be better. So I'm not sure. I haven't been yet, but either one, you'll absolutely love it. It's just like you're in the movie. It's absolutely incredible. And you can buy wands there. And as you walk around Diagon Alley or what have you, or wherever they got all the shops, they have displays in the window, and you can stand on a spot and wave your wand there, and you can activate things in the windows. It's quite interactive too. The wands aren't cheap though. They're I can't remember how much they were when we bought it a few years ago now. But yeah, definitely check that out. Heaps of fun. Pretty cool. Chris is saying, as you're saying, why not Back to the Future or Ride of Transformers? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, whilst they're Universal, I mean, if they pay the money, if they pay for the IP, they've done it before, right? So they've had Shrek before. That's DreamWorks Universal. So if they're willing to pay for that IP and the money and the ride, because I think the cost of Transformers, don't quote me, but I know it was over $100 million just for that one ride. So that's crazy money, but it brings people to the park. And when you walk off that ride, well, for the second you walk into that ride, the queue line alone just blows your mind. It's crazy. So, and then the ride itself obviously is just incredible. So, yeah, be cool to have something definitely like that. Absolutely right. Be so cool. So you never know, mate. Could end up with something like that one day. Can cross our fingers. All right, what do we got here? I'm going to Movie World in October. Is there any kids things on for Halloween? So Movie World, not unless they put something on this year, but generally no, they don't have a kids Halloween at Movie World, but they do have SeaWorld Spooky Nights. That is the family kids Halloween event for Village Roadshow theme parks. It's at SeaWorld. Dreamworld also have an awesome family Halloween event for families. And then you've got pop-up screen parks here in the Gold Coast, like Ferrophobia, which is one of my favorites. That's not for kids. However, they do run, I think this year or last year, they might have run a couple of, I can't remember the exact, apologies if I get it wrong, but I know they ran a couple of kids Halloween during the day. So they'll have like the lights on in the maze and it's all lighthearted and trick or treat, that kind of thing. So that's pretty cool. So either way, if you're coming to the Gold Coast over Halloween, you will have something to do with the family. But Movie World specifically don't do a kids Halloween. Now, whether they this year announced that they all of a sudden might be doing one, I haven't heard anything. So keep your eye on the websites. But as it stands, it's probably what they'll do is continue as normal, I would say. Cool. How far into the future do you think the parks plan ahead? Will Movie World have plans after the Wizard of Oz and Dreamworld after Rivertown? Yeah, Jason, I think you're right. I think yes, I would think they would be planning. It'd be years. It would be probably 5 years. I would imagine there'd be a 5-year plan because obviously they got to think about what's the return. So what's it going to bring to the park as in numbers, attendance. So new attractions have to drive attendance into the park. So they got to forecast all that, and the people that are signing the checks at the top, they're going to want to know, if I'm spending this money on this attraction, what are you going to bring into the park? And then how much more revenue is that going to drive into the business? And then what's the ROI? So what's the return on investment? When is that ride going to be paid off? How long? So there's a fair bit going into that. And obviously just designing it and costing it alone would be, I'd imagine, would be probably a year's worth of work, if not longer even. I don't know. But I know they're always planning for future. And particularly Dreamworld, I do know that's what you're seeing now, even with Rivertown, is just the start. So they've still got a lot of land there. Movie World does have a lot of land around the park. You don't see it because it's kind of, I guess they've fenced off the park, but there's actually more, which they can grow and adjoin to other parts outside of the park. So you never know. They might utilize that land in the years ahead. So fingers crossed. Jason saying, good seeing you guys at Carnival Saturday night. It was a hot night. Yep. Oh, sorry. Yes, we already went through that. Yes. Again, always love saying good day to anyone that wants to come up and say hi. Do I prefer the current stunt show or Police Academy at Movie World? I have to say Police Academy. Look, and no discredit at all to the current people that run that show, the current one. They do an awesome job. They do. I mean, very talented people. I watched it again recently, only a matter of a couple of weeks ago, because I hadn't watched it for probably, it might have been about 8 months, 6 to 8 months. And I really enjoyed it. So, it's not like I didn't go, I enjoyed it again. And I mean, it's still an awesome show. But hey, if you're going to compare the two, I think most people, if you're going to compare the two, most people would probably say Police Academy. That's if they've seen it or got to experience it. I got to experience that show many, 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 many times, and it was so good. From the second you walk in, and they had the person there, with the whistle and the white gloves, directing the people to sit down, but also he was teasing people, making fun. He had the audience in laughter and getting participation from the audience, all just while you're waiting and queuing, just waiting, sitting down, waiting for it to start, and it has people laughing, just gets crowd interaction, and that alone was awesome. And then the show just had so many awesome elements to that show, with explosions and helicopters and stunts, and just the content of the show was really, really awesome. And I think there's still, I think there's still some people at Movie World that were actually in that show, possibly, um, or maybe worked on that show. So, yeah, I have to say Police Academy. I'd have to say that. Bring it back. Bring it back. Or bring something similar back. When's my prediction on when we will see structures going up for the Wizard of Oz? So, like the support beams for the tracks. Well, I know all the bases are pretty much done. I'd say very soon, mate. I would have to say probably in the next couple of months, if not sooner. Maybe in a month or so. I reckon they'll start to put some support beams up. Because if you think about it, next month is March, so we're already in February, and it's supposed to open in December. Well, late 2024, be December, no doubt. So there'll be a lot to put together, and then of course there's all the testing and everything as well, and all the theming. It would have to be soon. It would have to be soon, I think. But hey, as soon as someone who does what I do, content creation, Instagram, what have you, someone will spot it and post it, and then once we all see that, then we'll head to the park as well and provide everyone on our own channels the updates. So yeah, I'm sure everyone is waiting eagerly to see some kind of progress, some polls going up. It's exciting. As soon as that goes up, it's exciting. That means it's all happening. So I reckon real soon, Joey, really soon. We're talking about Never Ending Story before. Riders confirmed it's distributed by Warner Brothers. Thank you, mate. Yeah, I thought it was awesome. All right. Now we're going to get to Dreamworld in a second. I'll just have a look at a few more of your comments, guys. I think, what did you think of Carnival? Hey, Kobe, thanks for coming on. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that in just a second, actually. We're going to unpack Carnival. They should do a Titanic ride. Slide down the Titanic. That's pretty cool, yeah. And they give you like a fake life jacket. Yeah, that's you got some good ideas. Is there, Ileana? So send an email. And again, I don't know who distributes, who's the film company for Titanic. I think it might be Sony. I could be wrong. I don't know, but that'd be something cool, wouldn't it? That would be pretty cool to have like a Titanic experience. It turns into like a water ride or something. That'd be cool. That sounds awesome. Ryder's saying Rick's Cafe is also still open. Yeah, I believe they were keeping that open a little longer for the pizza and pasta. But it probably won't be much longer and they'll close that up. But I don't think there'll be enough attendance like soon. So I haven't checked exactly when that is closing. I could be wrong. Maybe they've decided, hey, let's keep that open permanently. Usually it will close during the off peak though. So yeah, I haven't actually got the information on that one. So yeah, we'll try and find out, see if it's closing or whether it's staying open. Do I like Wonka? Absolutely, one of my all-time favorite movies. Love the chocolate as well, of course. And it would have been awesome if they had it done the river ride, the Looney Tune river ride. It would have been awesome if they had have rethemed that to a Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory ride, but unfortunately, that whole attraction had to get decommissioned. Just it was not cost effective to maintain any longer. That needed a full rebuild essentially. But how good would that have been? But yes, absolutely love that. So yes, my favorite drink is Berry G Active. Have you heard if the parks will raise their prices later in the year with the opening of the new rides? No, I haven't heard that. I don't think they wouldn't probably be in their best interest to do that. However, we do know they have price rises. When they schedule those, I'm not sure. Look, if they aligned it to the start of a new ride, I don't think that people would be very happy. So, it might be at the start of every year. It might be the financial year. So it might be July every year, maybe. I don't know. It's a possibility. But we'll just have to keep an eye out. And as someone else mentioned earlier, when they have those specials, like Dreamworld just had that $50 special, jump on it, get on it, or the Black Friday special. So we know they have. Well, hopefully they have the Black Friday special again this year. And the $50 one was just wow. It was so good. So yeah, just keep an eye out on the specials, and hope you can get one at the time when you need to get your pass. Essentially, cool. Hey John, how are you, mate? Paramount 20th Century Paramount, yes, is Titanic. So again, you never know. They possibly may pay for an IP to put something different in the park. They've done it before. So maybe that's something they might be looking at for the future is what other IPs can they bring other than Warner Brothers? I mean, you've got other parks, particularly in like China, for example. They've got Lionsgate over there. It's actually part of Village Roadshow, or it was. I think it still might be. And they have, if you think, well, what's Lionsgate? Well, Lionsgate's like a Warner Brothers or a Universal. Have a look at Lionsgate theme park. It's an indoor theme park in China. Amazing, like next level. And you'll see the IPs in there are all Lionsgate. And the sort of movies you sort of, oh yeah, I've heard of that movie. Pretty cool. And same with Dubai. Actually, they've got. Obviously they got Warner Brothers. They got Movie World or Warner Brothers World, I think it's called over there. Indoor theme park, amazing. But they've also got Motion Gate in Dubai as well, which is like a Universal Studios probably more like a Universal Studios actually. Again, with different themed movies from sort of those other kind of it's Motion Gate Cinema. What am I trying to say? Other film companies is what I'm trying to say. Other film companies, so other than Universal and Warner Brothers and the main ones. So you'll find if you check that out, Motion Gate, they got some cool IPs in there as well, and awesome rides attached to that as well. So, and I think they might even have a couple of other IPs in there actually as well. That so I think it's more like a theme park that has movie based rides for different IPs, like lots of different ones. So yeah, there's parks that will do that kind of thing. So you never know. We can only but hope. But Warner Brothers have got some pretty cool movies, pretty cool IPs as well. So I think they could find enough in their franchise there. I'd like to see something with Beetlejuice based around a new movie. I'm sure they could come up with a cool, awesome Beetlejuice ride. I'm sure they could. Anyway, we'll see. We'll watch the space. What else we got there? Expanding parts of the park. Would you like to see an Arkham Asylum themed world? Not really, actually. And the reason why is because I think they need more movie-based attractions or rides. I know there is movies attached to those, Arkham Asylum and all that sort of thing as well. But again, it's sort of in that superhero. I think they need to go with that more iconic movie themes. I mean, don't get me wrong, that would be pretty cool and especially if they could somehow incorporate it into Fright Nights or something like that, maybe that would be pretty awesome. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. What else we got? What do I think? Sorry, what do I think of the new? Yeah, we'll go. Yeah, we've spoken about the new theming. Unreal, looks awesome. Absolutely love it. At Dreamworld, what they released today was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, so we can't wait to ride that. Lachlan's asking, did you like the buzzsaw? I didn't actually. Only rode it a couple of times. Didn't really like it. When I went to Gambier World last year, and it's down there obviously now, but completely restored, and it's now Project Zero, and I love it. It's actually a little bit of a different ride experience because it's been completely restored. It rides differently. It feels better. Yeah. So no, but yes, if that makes sense. Jeff saying there was a Titanic experience in the old Fox Studios in Sydney. That just rang a bell in my head. That's right. It was, wasn't it? Guests played the part of passengers as the ship sank. Great attraction in a now defunct park. So is that still there? Is it the park, the Fox Studios stuff? When did that close? I've got to do a bit of research on that. But yeah, I kicking myself. I never got a chance to get down to see that. That would have been awesome. Man, that would have been awesome. It's probably all on YouTube, so better find something on there, no doubt. Looking forward to seeing the Waterworld Stunt Show at Universal Studios Singapore. Yes, you were going over later this year. Also, the Lights, Camera, Action attraction. Oh, yeah. And I missed the backlot tour and movie board. Yeah, I think we all missed that backlot tour. It was awesome going to see some sets through the studios. Obviously, used to go past the wardrobe, used to go into a soundstage, take you and having a proper look at a set. And then it would. Then it took you into the Riddler's Lair, which was like another set, and they had like a show in there. And then, of course, you ended up going through the other 3 sound stages where Superman is now with the Superman soundstage and the sound effects from Lethal Weapon and the Memphis Belle. That was all pretty awesome, wasn't it? Pretty awesome. They changed it because the technology changed. They don't do movies like that anymore as much. It's all digital now and all that kind of thing. So hence why that went. But yes, how good would that be? When I go to Universal in Hollywood, every time I've been there, my favorite thing to do is the backlot tour. I've done it many times. I still love it. It's just amazing to see. So yeah, you'll have an awesome time, definitely in Singapore. And yeah, that Waterworld, whilst the movie was really not that great, really, I think in general, but the Waterworld stunt show is incredible. So you'll enjoy that. Absolutely will enjoy that. That is cool. Chris is saying there's actually a Titanic exhibition in Melbourne until April. Okay. I didn't know that one. I'll have a look at that. Do you know where it is, Chris? Is it at Docklands? Most of their exhibition stuff is normally down there. Is it something like an attraction you can go into an experience, or is it more like a walkthrough with props or something like that? Be interesting to know if you know more. If not, I'll look it up anyway. But that sounds pretty cool. Thanks for letting us know about that, Chris. That's awesome. Oh, it's at the Melbourne Museum. Okay. So it'd be more of a, I guess, exhibition or maybe relics from the Titanic or that kind of thing. Maybe still sounds pretty interesting though. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Now, again, apologies if I've missed anyone's questions. I'm pretty sure, though, I've got through most of the ones, the relevant ones. Yep, I'm pretty sure. So we're gonna talk about SeaWorld. Right. SeaWorld. So, what we'll do first is we'll talk about the rides that are down. Again, all this information is online, as you know. But again, just to hear it on one live feed, or if you're watching this after the live, just to get the information, bang, it's all here on the one video. Makes it a bit easier. I've done the hard work for you. Anyway, SeaWorld. So Trident is down on maintenance. That is due to reopen on the 15th of March. Disappointing because originally, while it was advertised as it was going to be open for Carnival, even on the radio station, I heard it a couple of times, ride the Trident and the Leviathan for Carnival. So unfortunately, it's down on maintenance. It'd be amazing at night up there to see all the lights. The Gold Coast being incredible. However, it is down until the 15th of March. So if you're coming to SeaWorld as well, just for a holiday, Trident is down. 15th of March. SpongeBob's Boating School Blast is also down. That's in the Nickelodeon Kids area. It's a little roller coaster. Actually, no, that's not a powered coaster. No, it's just a little roller coaster. That's down at the moment. It reopens at the end of March. So 29th of March, that will be reopened just in time for Easter. Vortex. I noticed it was closed on Saturday night. And I think I'm pretty sure it was going during the day. I think, but I could be wrong, actually. Maybe I'm wrong on that. On their app, it says it's a temporary closure. So there's no date for reopening for the Vortex. So we don't know why it's closed. Something's obviously gone amiss. But it's got a temporary closure, no date. So you'll have to just check the app probably daily or the day of your visit and see if that one is actually open on there at the time of your visit. Also in the kids area, Nickelodeon, there's the Boots Banana Boogie ride that has a temporary closure on it as well. Now that was going on Saturday night, so I don't know what's happened. If it's just something that's gone there today, or I'm not sure. But again, I checked all this literally just before I hop onto the live feed tonight. I normally go on and just refresh and check all the closures, so I get the most current information for you guys. So Boots Banana Boogie temporary closure, no reopening date on that one. And just it's not down at the moment, but just next month, Leviathan will be down for about 10 days. So from the 18th of March to the 28th of March, Leviathan will be down. Obviously, it'll be open for Easter holidays, so which is cool if you're coming for then. But again, make sure you get on the website, check out the dates. So you're not disappointed on your visit. We had a look at the pathway that they're doing. It's still not open. Now, they've done a stack of landscaping in there that looks to be finished, but maybe there's still a little bit they're working on there. This is between the Storm Coaster and, I guess, Ray Reef or the plaza. So there's that pathway that goes up, and there's still the gate shut up the top end. And it says on there staff only. And I don't know if that's a permanent sign or one that's been there for a while. I just sort of noticed it the other night. And when we're looking at it, and I just hope that's just not a staff access point after all this time of saying, thank God there's going to be a way to get from that end of the park just across to the middle in a minute instead of 10 minutes. So hopefully that gate will be open soon and guests will be able to go through that part of the park. So that's what we're hoping for. I'm sure that's what the plan is. I really am sure that's what the plan is. So we'll have to just wait and see again. But fingers crossed that pathway will be open soon. It's been a while, but they are doing a lot of work around that area. So let's just keep our eye on that. And if anyone's there and they see it open, take a photo, send it through to us, and then we'll post it on Instagram. We'll obviously credit you for that as well. But be good to just keep everyone up to date and informed. If anyone spots it open on your visit during the week. That'd be cool. All right, so Carnival. Did anyone? I know there's been a couple on here who've said that they were there. Jason was one. Carnival. Anyone else go to Carnival on Saturday night? I'm sure I would have seen you if you were there. I met so many people that night, and again, always I love saying hi to you guys when we're there. So there's a couple there. So I didn't see you, Chris. So I don't know if you saw me either, but I would have liked to said g'day to you, mate. But I guess it was a sold out crowd that night. So I guess you can't always see everyone. Cool. So with Carnival, just again to recap. So if you haven't already seen it, I have a video done for the opening night. It's on YouTube now. I released it last night. It's about a 20-minute video, so easy video to watch. Covers off everything you need to know, all the different precincts and that kind of thing. But just want to unpack a few things for you guys, or recap, I guess, on a few things. So first of all, if you have a Village 1 pass, the full version, so obviously there's the light version now, and then there's a full version. So if you've got the full version, you'd be able to get access to one free ticket. So you'd be able to redeem a free entry into Carnival. Definitely do that. If you weren't planning on going and you're local, to be honest, I would 100% recommend just redeem the ticket and get along. If you're not interested in, foods and stuff like that, like if it's not sort of something you're into, just go and watch the show, because the Aqualight show, I can't stress this enough, is amazing. Like, it is world class. It is, if not one of the best shows I've ever seen anywhere. And I tell you what, it's amazing, and you have to be there and you have to see it. My video, I did feature most of the show in the video. I did trim it down a little bit just to try and keep it a little bit more punchy, if you like. So yeah, but being there and actually experiencing the music, the entertain, the dances, and again, it was 30 degrees and like 99% humidity, and these dancers and performers were just hard out, didn't miss a beat. Incredible, like just incredible. And yeah, I can't say enough. Like, you have to go and check it out. And I'm sure if there's someone on here or people on here that's seen that, you'll agree it is worth it, and you can't miss it. There's 3 shows on during the night. You have to see them. You just got to see it. Check the video out. You'll see what I mean. It's amazing. It's incredible. World class. Anyway, so get a redemption ticket. Get in there. Get to Carnival. So all the dates are on the website. But just to let you know, so the second night is next Saturday night, which is, what's that, the 10th? That's the second night. I don't think it's sold out yet. Last time I checked, anyway. But that will sell out. So there's actually only 6 nights in total for this event. 6 nights, right? So the opening night was last Saturday, the one I went to on the 3rd. Second one next Saturday, the 10th. Then the following week, you've got Friday and Saturday nights. And then the week after that, you've got Friday and Saturday night again. All right. So now this event is a short event. So it's 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. However, if you've got an annual pass, try to get there a little bit earlier if you can. You just need to show or scan your normal pass as well. But if you go in the late afternoon, sort of probably any time after about 3 or something like that, you'll be able to get your Carnival wristband. Just say, I'm here for Carnival as well. Can I get my wristband now? You then just show your Carnival ticket, and then they'll give you the wristband. So obviously they just check that everyone's got a wristband on for the night. You don't have to go back out and re-queue, but getting there a little bit earlier saves you queuing in a big queue at the front. So they're pretty quick at getting you in. It's not too bad. I'm just one that just likes to get in. So I go in a bit earlier, get the ticket, you're in. You can wander around, check it all out, go on some rides, what have you, before the event starts. But essentially from 5:30 is exactly when it all starts. The park music changes. Probably, actually, the park music probably changes from about 5, actually, from the day music or day ambience to that Carnival kind of music. Now, there's 4 precincts. So you got the top of the park. You got Rio de Janeiro, which is outside the Penguin Encounter or the Nickelodeon store there. So they have a bar, like a caravan bar, set up there as well, which is, as always, I like to start the night there with a cocktail. And then all the Rio de Janeiro dancers come out, and the drummers and it's awesome because that's the kind of stuff you don't see every day, right? You don't see that kind of entertainment every day here. And I tell you what, they're again incredible dancers, performers, stilt walkers, incredible. So really sets the scene and the tone for the night. Cocktail, this is just what I do. And then once you've had enough of that, or been there and absorbed all of that, head down into the park, and then you get to Mexico, which is at the middle of the park, around where that little roundabout kind of is, before the plaza. So on the lawn there, they got the Carnival sign. They have all Mexican themed performers there, fire twirling. They have stilt walker, just people in their Mexican traditional costumes, dancing, photos, that kind of thing. Mexican music. Something I did miss out on seeing. Now, at first I thought I must have just missed this, but I don't think it was there. It was the what's it called? Is it the mirror? I always get this wrong. The band, is it the mariachi? No, I know I've got that wrong. You know what I mean? The three Mexican guys, and the little cart on wheels, the umbrella, and they got all the instruments and the little drums, and they play, and is it the trumpets or saxophones, whatever they play. I'm no muso, so I'm not sure on exactly the instruments they're playing, but that is, to me, that is cool. They roam around. That really is the ambience in the atmosphere. But I didn't see them at all this year. So I don't think they were there. I actually don't think they were actually there. Correct me if I'm wrong. Someone else said no, they were there. Because again, I'm running to get the event filmed, and I'm on a really tight schedule that night to get everything done. But yeah, I think someone else might have the right wording for that name of that band. But yeah, that was something that I felt they needed, but I didn't see. And one thing that kind of confused me, and if anyone from Village Roadshow Theme Parks is watching this back, this is just constructive feedback. So when you get to Mexico, I'm like, all right, I love Mexico, right? Let's get into the entertainment. Let's have a look at it. What food have they got? I turn around and there's a New York dog, which are beautiful food. Of course, everyone loves a good New York hot dog, but New York hot dog was the only food in Mexico, other than next to that, just next to that, they had the shrimp boil, which was actually part of the New Orleans themed food. So and I know that's quite a theatrical piece and has a lot to it. Like, it needs a lot of space. So they were on the stage with the Ninja Turtles. Last year they were under the Dockside Tavern, further down, and probably too far down last year. So at least this year it was closer. But I think if they're going to stick to having their precincts like Mexico, because when you walk into the plaza, that's New Orleans. But as soon as you walk into the plaza into New Orleans with the New Orleans music, there's the Mexican nachos caravan there. And what else do they have? They had tortillas. So, and look, it was close by, but it just kind of seemed a little bit like it wasn't set up in the right areas. It was just like, hot dogs in Mexico. Like, yeah, anyway, like, I mean, it's not a major deal, but I just thought if you're going to stick to that, hey, come to Mexico and experience this, that's where they should have everything set up. And again, I don't know the logistics of it all. Maybe there was reasons they couldn't set up there, and that's probably fine, but that's just my feedback. Didn't take it away from how the night went, though. It was still an awesome night, and I loved the event. It's one of my favorite events. I just also felt that there might have been a little less performers around this year. And I could be wrong too. Again, I might have missed some, and I probably did miss a couple, but I felt like there was a lot more in the plaza last year, or the last couple of years, in terms of there was performers in there, definitely. But yeah, anyway, then you go to Africa, which was Castaway Bay. However, in years gone by, they had the Africa sign there. They had all fire going off down there. All the African performers down there, and a couple of years ago. They had African themed foods down there. We tried I think it was a curry, some African curry we had a couple of years ago. So this year was nothing down there. At Castaway Bay, there was nothing down there other than just a cafe was open. That was it. So the performers were, I guess, by the castle, you actually walk. Actually, this is worth noting. Actually, sorry, I'll just step back a bit. On your way down to there, once you've walked past the polar bears in Shark Bay, you got the castle on the right. There's like a lot of plants either side of the pathway, and they've made that like a jungle. And I tell you what, at night with the lighting, and they did this thing with smoke and lasers, and the sky was like water above you. You'll see it in the video. You just check it out on the video. I was just like, wow, this is incredible. And it absolutely was. It was just wow. So they did some amazing stuff this year, which was awesome. Once you get past that, then the African performers were there in the pathway, and there was some stilt walkers with drums, fire twirlers. So that was all really cool. There was 2 dolphin shows on at night for Carnival. But yeah, I unless I misread somewhere, I assumed it was at Castaway Bay again, but there was really nothing at all happening in Castaway Bay. So I think they've decided not to put Africa in down there. It's just sort of between, I guess, the castle and dolphin show. I guess in that pathway, that seems to be Africa. And there was no African food to try down there. There was just the cafe open at Castaway Bay, just the normal food. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they don't get enough people down there, so maybe they can't, put on extra food and all that kind of thing. But again, I'm not being negative. This is just feedback. This is what I found on the night. But overall, again, they do a great job. SeaWorld looks amazing at night. The music's amazing. All the performers that you saw were outstanding. And just, a little bit of a short night, though. I reckon they could do another hour at the end of the night. So after the last show finishes, keep the rides open for another, even if it's another 45 minutes, a half hour to an hour anyway, because I find that, I'm filming everything. So if you're a guest and you want to experience everything, you'd be doing what I'm doing. You'd be going to everything in the park. And there's just not enough time to do all the areas, all the entertainment, all the food, and some rides as well. And people do like to ride the rides at night because it's a whole nother experience, completely different experience from the daytime, right? So that's why people want to do that. Hey, look, but I get it. Some people are going, well, I'm just there for the rides at night, and that's it. That's all cool. But to experience the actual event, you want to actually experience it for everything that it's got and all the value that it adds to the park. But again, awesome night. You got to go to Carnival. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and as I say, that aqua light show, 3 shows a night. So pick the times. I think I'll probably get it wrong. I think 7:15 was the first one, and then it might have been 7:45, or might have been 7. Again, I probably got it wrong, but there's 3 shows. The last show is at 8:30, which is really good. So you can at least you get the park done and then go to the 8:30 shows, and it goes for about 20 minutes. So at least then the night's over, everything else is done and dusted, and then you can sort of go and get a drink or a churro or ice cream at the top after the show, and wait for all the people to get out of the car park, because that's another half an hour to get out of the car park. But yeah, that's what we do. We do the last show. So anyway, I hope you get time to watch my Carnival video. Again, it's only a 20-minute video, so it's a pretty easy video to watch. Goes quite quick. I've got lots of entertainment. It goes quite. It's quite. I've tried to make it as fun and as cool as possible with the music, and featured as many of the best things that I could find with the event, and try to cover everything off for you as well. So you can see what it's like, understand what the events, what's involved. But yeah, definitely get along to it. You will definitely enjoy it, and it is worth a night out. So That's all I'm going to say for Carnival. Enjoyed it, loved it. I may even try and get over again to another night, purely to ride the Leviathan and try some of the other foods, because I had a rice dish myself. I was with a couple other people who had the seafood boil, which apparently is amazing, and chicken tortillas we had there. We featured it on the video, which were good. Apparently the review was good. Might have been mid actually, but anyway, yeah. So trying some more foods, maybe getting on the rides at night, seeing that Aqualight show again. I think it's worth a second visit. However, again, it's not cheap to go. So, but I already got him with the free pass redemption, so you might just do it. But anyway, if I'm thinking of going to second night, it's definitely worth going at least once. Cool. I hope everyone enjoyed that. But yeah, check out the video. That would be awesome. Now, I know there's been some more comments coming through, guys, and I do appreciate it. By the way, just a reminder, this is moderated. All the live stream is moderated, whether I'm doing a live stream in the theme parks or here in the studio. I've got a moderator who's going and checking all the chat. So there has been some people timed out. Just letting you know, the moderator will time you out, maybe because you're making comments that aren't relative to what we're talking about. All right, so keep in mind that we just want to keep the content here to theme parks, attractions. By all means, you can mention something that's not necessarily Gold Coast theme parks. If it's of interest to you, it might be of interest to me and other people as well. That's all good. Happy to chat about it and interact with you guys. So that's what it's all about. But yeah, just please keep the chat to theme parks and that kind of thing. What we're talking about, that would be always appreciated. Cool. Now I've just got to scroll back because looks like there's been a few people timed out there. So I'm not sure why you were timed out. I haven't seen your comments, but just maybe your topic wasn't on topic. Cool. All right. Hey Harry, how are you, mate? Thanks for coming on to the chat. Appreciate it. And again, thanks to everyone who is saying hi. There's heaps of highs there. So I just want to say hi to everyone. Thank you to everyone for joining me tonight on the live. Always appreciate your time on a Monday night. Yeah, taking time out of your week, and especially on a Monday as well. Cool. Let's see what else we got here. I know I can actually see there's some of you are sort of replying to other people, which is fine as well. It's all cool. I've just got to make sure I'm not starting to read out someone else's reply to something else. Then I'm thinking, what is this related to? So I might have missed the first part of that. So anyway, that's all cool. Let me see. Okay, I think I found where I'm at. So yeah, Wizard of Oz. We're talking about Wizard of Oz before February now. Yeah, we should start to see. Yeah, definitely over the next few months, we should start to see a lot more happening in the Wizard of Oz area. Hopefully, we'll see those beams going up real soon as well. John's saying movie builders Hollywood on the Gold Coast. Close. Yeah, it needs a little bit more. Needs a little bit more Hollywood. That's definitely needs a little bit more Hollywood. Cool. I think I might have missed a couple of comments there. Apologies if I've missed your comments. And if I don't read it out, I probably just genuinely missed it. So feel free to drop me. Instagram is the best way to make contact. Just Instagram Messenger. If you want to mention something and all that, I'll always 99.99% of the time I'll always respond to you. May not be immediately, but when I get time, I always jump on and check people's comments, and I do like to respond to everyone who's taken their time to interact with me as well. So that's cool. So there was a question there from Kobe saying, what do you think of Carnival? So hopefully you got the answer to that through what I just went through with Carnival. Definitely awesome one. Cool. Let me see. Okay, I found where I was at. I'm sorry, yeah, the chat moves quite quickly, so that's why when I say I think I've got where I'm at, and then I read and I'm like, no, I've read that. So apologies for that. Okay, I think I have found where I was actually up to now because we're talking about. Yep, I got it here. So all right. Zach's going to Carnival in 2 weeks. Oh, next Friday. Yep, awesome. Family Odyssey 22. Hey, mate, went to check out SeaWorld last Tuesday. Such a cool theme park. Leviathan is an awesome ride. Yes, I'd have to agree to that. Me and the kids rode it at least 15 times. Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed SeaWorld. Yeah, well, look, SeaWorld's awesome, mate. Like, people always ask me, what's your favorite theme park in the Gold Coast? I don't have a single favorite, and that's because each of the theme parks offer something different, right? They're all SeaWorld's completely different from Movie World. Movie World's different from Dreamworld. Dreamworld's different from all of them. Then you got the water parks. So, and then of course Paradise Country, which is reopened again now, as we know. So they're all different. They all offer different things. And yeah, the Leviathan, awesome. It's definitely one of my favorite rides. It feels faster than 80k an hour because it's such a compact ride, and it's rough because being the woody coaster. So just that whole experience of fast, rough. It's crazy. It's exhilarating. You get awesome airtime, particularly if you sit at the back as well. So I'm glad you had an awesome time at SeaWorld, and I'm glad you got to ride it 15 times. I hope it wasn't all in a row, was it? No, throughout the day. Because if I did it 15 times in a row, I'd be probably a mess on the floor because I can do that ride a couple of times, but then after that, I start to feel a bit, funny if it's too many times in a row. Had to pass the vortex. Okay, so obviously it was open when you were there. Yeah, it's not good. It's not. I can't do spinny rides that well, and that one there, once was enough. It took me probably good 40 minutes to recover after that one. And then you got the pendulum rides like the Claw, but the ones that go all the way around. So like the SX 360 at Aussie World or Stratosphere at Rainbow's End. So, and in fact, my Rainbow's End video, there was a video there from last year. Rainbow's End, Stratosphere, they invited me to film on the rides there. So I had my GoPro strapped to my chest, and they ran the ride on the hardest, most extreme mode and longer than they would normally. Just for me, I didn't know they were going to do that. So when I hopped off that ride, they were like, right, we're off to the corkscrew now. And I'm like, no, we're not. We're going to sit down here and I'll give you a call when I'm ready because I'm not good. And I was green. So it took me about an hour, literally bang on an hour before I started to feel okay again. That was crazy. So if you check out my video, my Rainbow's End video, you'll see the on-ride footage of that ride, how it's just crazy. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of Wipeout when they had Wipeout at Dreamworld. Similar ride to the Vortex. Yeah, that also, I remember coming off that and again having to sit for about an hour to come right before I could carry on with the day. So not much fun. Some people love it. Some people go on it many times. I don't know how they do it. Anyway, Zach's saying he's going on Friday night to Carnival. I hope you have an awesome time, Zach. What characters are going to be out? So we saw Dora, Paw Patrol, Ninja Turtle, I think SpongeBob. That's who I saw. Now, there might have been others out. But yeah, check it out. Nickelodeon's theatre is where, or the Nickelodeon stage is where you'll see them on the night. They have some normal photo shoots and they have some prepaid ones as well. So just to check, because you think you're lining up for a normal photo and then they go, no, this is prepaid, but it alternates or something. So you might want to check at the photo center on your way in, which is under the Dockside Tavern. Or there's one at the top terrace. So maybe go to that one first. Say, hey, where's the characters? What time will they be? They're about to tell you that. information should also be on the app as well. Check it out. Can't wait for SeaWorld Carnival because you're dressing as Simba from the Lion King. That is cool. Well, I hope you have an awesome time there. And yeah, you'll be down in Africa, visiting Africa dressed as that. That's awesome. They might pick you up and raise you upwards. You never know. So enjoy the night. I saw the fish. Zach saying, I saw the fish from SpongeBob. Oh, yeah, the fish. Yes. Sorry. Yeah. They're in my video, actually. That's right. Good point. There is a couple of extra characters. There's the fish. They're like there's like a boy and a girl fish. So they're out as well. So yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. Check them out. Yeah, they have been. I haven't seen them for ages either. In fact, I'm not sure. Are they? Maybe they're based at the resort. Maybe I could be wrong there. I could be wrong, but I think maybe they might be characters that come to the resort. Maybe not. Chris is saying, I want to cosplay as Supernova. I wanted something I would love to do as a job at a park. Oh, yeah. Character performer. Well, they do advertise for character performers, definitely. Just keep an eye out on the Village Roadshow Theme Parks website, and there's a careers tab there. So you go to the careers tab, and they'll list the jobs there through the year. I don't know what's involved or how many dances you got to know or what have you. I don't know, because I know you obviously got to dance in those suits and do everything like that. So, yeah, definitely go for it. If you've got a dream, chase it. Always chase it. All right. You want to get hired for Fright Nights. Again, they also advertise for scare actors for Fright Nights. Probably a couple months out, actually. So maybe around August, September. Probably August. So again, check the Movie World website around that time if you're wanting to do something like that. Definitely get on board with it. Cool. OG Straws, thanks again for being on the chat, but also thank you for the super chat. Very, very grateful, and I always appreciate your support. OG Straws, I haven't seen it for a while actually, but I often see him in the parks during the weekends. And again, commenting on the videos on the channel, and I appreciate it, mate. So thank you for that. You've just got back from work, so you're very tired. Okay, fair enough. You must work late. It's 9:30. So, but thank you again for joining the live and for the super chat, and for obviously your continued comments and support on the channel. Again, always good catching up when I see you in the park. So, thank you. Very appreciated, and I hope all is well with you as well. Cool. Let's see. What theme park would I recommend to toddlers? Well, probably, to be honest, it's a tricky question, but there's something for pretty much for everyone at most of the parks. So SeaWorld, I would probably say SeaWorld. Now, because they have a lot of kids' rides. However, a lot of toddlers don't like the rides. So the good thing about SeaWorld is the animals, the sea animals, the marine life. There's things they can interact with. They can see the animals. There's shows they can watch, dolphin shows, sea lion show, the stunt show on the lake. There's other things as well. Plus, they can go and look at the penguins. So there's lots of things they can see and enjoy looking at, which I think little kids like that kind of thing. There's splash zones down there. The battle boats would be okay to go on as well. Again, just have to check the height requirements. Obviously, not sure what age you're specifically talking about or how tall. Like, every kid's different, but yeah, Brothers Movie World has kids area as well at Dreamworld. So, but I'd probably, again, it just depends on, again, what age, how tall, and then maybe go online and check some of the heights for some of the rides, because if they're too short for all the rides, then maybe SeaWorld's a better option. There's a bit more to probably see that and interact with. So that's probably my suggestion there. But definitely check it all out online. And in fact, if you've got questions as well, email the parks. They have a guest services department, and that will answer your question as well. They're all very helpful people. What characters go to the resort? I have seen SpongeBob and Patrick down, because they've got a water park. I think it's themed as SpongeBob as well, or Splash Park, water park at the resort. But yeah, I haven't been down there for a while, so someone might say, no, that's not right. And apologies if I got it wrong. But they sometimes have characters down there. So maybe it is the fish. I don't know. Does Paw Patrol go to the resort? I'm not sure. You'd have to ask them that question. AG Shores, thanks, mate. Good seeing you at the parks. Absolutely, mate. Haven't seen you for a while, but yes, next time. And if you do see me, you got to yell out to me, because I've had people say before, you didn't see me. Well, I don't assume everyone knows me either. So and if you call out my name, either Jaggs or Shane, that's fine. I'll turn and see who's calling me, and I'll stop and say hi. I always am happy to stop and say hi to anyone. But if I don't know you're there, if you're just standing by me and not saying anything, I don't know that you're waiting for me, or unless you specifically say hi, So yeah. So yeah, but I'll always stop for everyone to say hi. I enjoy having a chat, as you probably have figured out by now. The Disneyland, a favorite Disneyland ride and Universal Studios Hollywood ride. Favorite Disneyland ride? Oh, that's okay. Disneyland. That's really a hard. That's a hard one. But if I have to say one, I'm going to say Indiana Jones. But there's others that are right up there. Haunted Mansion, maybe this very close. Big Thunder Mountain. Those are my top three, I'd say, for Disneyland. Universal Studios. So I've only been to Hollywood. I haven't been to Orlando, so can't talk about Orlando. But let me think. Universal Studios, Hollywood, favorite ride, Transformers. Transformers for sure. I remember walking out of that after my first time and just going, wow, that was insane. Wow. But second closest to that would have to be the in the Harry Potter section there, the indoor ride. The name has just escaped me. Someone will know. Is it Gringotts? I could probably wrong, but that indoor ride is pretty cool as well. But I have to say Transformers. Actually, Jurassic, yeah. Actually, no, tell you what. Definitely Transformers, followed by Jurassic Park. I love my theming, and that is cool. So there you go. Two favorite rides for there. Definitely. Carly's saying, I saw your post with the plane. Looks so cool. Yeah. What Dreamworld released today is pretty impressive, and that's the kind of theming we're looking at. That's the kind of theming that we're looking at and dealing with. It's going to be unreal. And they've put a disclaimer that it might look a little different to that, or something could change, but essentially that's what they're planning to do. So that's awesome. I'm picking between a hotel to stay for my respite, and I've got no clue where to stay. I'm picking Tweed, Billabong, or Paradise Resort. Paradise Resort's very popular. Yeah, I've heard that. I haven't stayed there. I've been there to like a birthday party or something. It's cool. They've got ice skating. They got a merry-go-round. They got heaps of stuff there. Check it out online. Definitely, Paradise Resort is cool, and the location is really good too. Although, if you're wanting to be right in Surfers, it's not. It is Surfers Paradise, but it's at the northern end of Surfers, and it's not like if you just want to walk out to the restaurants, it's not just there. Like you can walk there, but it will probably take you 10, let's just say 5 to 10 minutes to get to like Chevron Renaissance, where there's some restaurants and stuff around there. But right in Cavill, it'd be like a 15-minute walk from there. But if you're not worried about that, if you want to just take food for your room and just have stuff in your room and enjoy the resort for what it is, it's a very popular resort. Check it out online. Very popular. I'm sure all these resorts that are get up for families just have pretty much everything you need there too, which is pretty cool. SeaWorld Resort is definitely a good one as well, and they have buffet restaurant there, breakfast, dinner. They have a Japanese restaurant there as well. The water park there, or water pools and everything. So yeah, SeaWorld Resort, and of course right there at SeaWorld. So yeah, I have stayed at SeaWorld Resort, and it is pretty good. It's pretty good. Have I been to Outback Spectacular Show? Absolutely. I have a video on it as well. So if you want to scroll back on my channel, I think on my channel you can just search Outback Spectacular. That video will come up. I did a full video. So obviously I didn't film the whole show in its entirety. I filmed the night. So what it's like to go there, go in, what the bar area looks like, the shop, and snippets of the show, what you get for your food and all that sort of thing. So I like to do that for my videos. I like to sort of give you in a shortened, condensed version, different, I guess, pieces of it, enough to understand it, but not enough to maybe ruin the experience for yourself if you were going to go and enjoy it for yourself. At what age, you ask me what age would I recommend for a kid to sit through? I think I would say families go there all the time. So I would probably say around that 6-7-year-old type of age. I think they're interested in things like the horses and the fun of the show. Most of the show is exciting and lots of noise and fun and everything. But there is parts of the show where there's dead silence required from the audience. I think at the beginning. And there's a piece in the middle. I'm not going to ruin it, but there's a piece in the middle where, having the dead silent audience just create the moment they're creating in the arena for that part of the show is just, again, it's incredible. Some would say spectacular, but the whole show is spectacular. It really, really is. So I would say about that age group would be okay. But I mean, if they struggle to sit down and not, if they're a squirmer or a screamer or whatever, I'd say no, because there's just parts of that are you need to sort of be quiet for a period of time. But saying that, kids go all the time to it, and it is an awesome night out. It's a really good value night out as well. You got 3-course. Sorry, I think it's a 5-course. It's 5-course entree, mate. No, it's 3-course. I think it's 3-course dinner. Unlimited beer, wine, and soft drink to a point. Obviously, they serve it, top your glass up through the night. Obviously, they practice responsible service of alcohol, as anyone does in any venue like that. So you can't be drinking bottles and bottles of wine or something. But all that's included in the price, and you get the entree, you get the main, and you get dessert as well. And the food is amazing, by the way, absolutely amazing. And they serve everyone all at once, and it seats 1,000 people, and it's at its full capacity. So pretty incredible. And the show is spectacular. What they put into that show is truly amazing, and we've been a number of times and would highly recommend it out. So yeah, I hope that's of some help. But again, check out the video, because you'll get to see what you get to see. You'll sort of know. Yeah, our kids will be fine with that. And just check that out. But I'd say about that age group, maybe 5. Kids are different, so maybe from that age should be good. What time is it in Queensland right now? Bedtime. No, it's 9:43. So we'll be wrapping up very shortly, everyone, just to let you know, because I'm conscious of the time and those of you that are in other states that are another hour ahead. So thank you so much for those that are still on and are taking time out of your night. And we've covered a lot of information tonight, by the way, as well. So, which I think is really cool that everyone's been interested and staying on for most of the time as well. Chris, got another comment here from Chris. You're talking about how good performers are at the parks. You have a friend that works at SeaWorld, Movie World during her way for Hollywood. Your friend's name is Chloe Finlay. She was Marilyn and Dorothy. So proud. Yeah, I mean, no doubt I've had photos with her then, obviously, because yes, those characters, all the characters, but those they're into the character. They are the character. They do an amazing job. Whether it's 30 degrees outside and we're all just sweating away, but they don't miss a beat. You know, they are that character and they're so professional. So, hats off to them. They do a great job. And obviously, they're paid to do that job, but to do it well and it's believable. And that's the thing. We know it's not really Marilyn Monroe, but when you're there, hey, there's Marilyn Monroe. Yeah. So that's the whole thing. And, yeah, they're always doing a great job. So that's awesome. You got someone that works there. That's cool. Dave Marcons does a great horse show at 7:00 at the Eka. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely, they do awesome stuff there at the Eka with the animals and the horses. Definitely worth checking out. Eka. That'll be August this year again. Am I excited for Scooby-Doo to reopen? Absolutely. Look, as far as I know, it's more operational or the ride operating system upgrades. There's a few track upgrades, new carriages. From a theming perspective, I don't know. I think they're going to change some things in there, but I don't think it would be drastic. You're not going to walk in and go, oh, wow, what the heck is this? This is different. I don't think it's going to be like that. I think they want to, if anything, bring it back to more what the original version of that ride was like, I think. And there'll be a test seat out the front as well. But other than that, Kobe, I haven't seen any other information come through or any release of no doubt they will, though. Like, as it gets closer, they'll probably start doing some sneak peeks and all that on their social medias, which we can't wait to see. So as soon as we see something or know something, once it's confirmed by the parks, we normally then go, yep, boom, put on the channel and Instagram, keep you guys up to date on what's going on out there as well. And look, I'm not always first to hear everything either. Sometimes I'm last to hear everything, but as soon as we hear, it'll come onto the channel and to the Instagram and everything like that. And yeah, do our best to keep you guys updated. And that's why I appreciate anyone that's at the parks more often than me, because heaps of you are often there more often than I am, sending me through some info during the week that I can keep everyone up to date with as well, which is exciting. So when I come home from work, I go through and go, wow, I've had photos come through today, and then we upload them. So it's cool. Any Easter events happening? Good question. I don't think so, though, is the answer to that. And I haven't heard that. Look, there might be, and it's nothing's announced, but I would assume probably the Dreamworld Night Market might have something Easter related. Maybe. I mean, maybe not. But they're the ones that tend to do, like they're doing the Lunar New Year. The other parks used to do all that stuff. They don't do it anymore, which is a shame, because Movie World used to get the characters dressed in the traditional Chinese traditional wear. They used to do shows. They used to have pop-up stands around there with noodles and Chinese, Asian food, and just created they even had the dragon dance or the lion dragon through the park. So yeah, and I love all that kind of stuff. I haven't seen anything else, but I know night markets at Dreamworld are doing something, just a small something. They might do something with Easter, but I haven't heard of anything yet. Keep an eye on Dreamworld Night Market's Facebook. That's where they promote what's coming up, if there's going to be something there. But we probably won't see something for a few more weeks yet. It's at the end of March, I think it is. All right. We're going to get to the end of this very shortly, everyone. So we're pretty much at the end of the comments. The name of the show of the Eka was Battle and the Saddle, for anyone who's wanting to know that. So thank you for that, Zach. Yeah, they do awesome stuff at the Eka with animals, horse shows, 100%. You spend so much time just watching all of that. Pretty cool. Blue Water Festival is on Good Friday. If you want to go to that at the Redcliffe Sales Festival. Oh, okay. I haven't heard of that one. Oh, no, I have heard of it, but I have never been to it. So cool. Well, if you get along to that, I hope you enjoy that. I probably, well, depends. Good Friday. Oh, you never know. You never know. I probably have the day off, so we shall see what I end up doing. But more than likely, it'll probably be local. It's just the time for travel, and then editing is a lot of time. A lot of time. Cool. Now, again, I just want to say big thanks to everyone for jumping on here tonight and for all of the comments and interaction. I really enjoy it. And I hope you guys got a heap of information that we went through tonight from the parks and my talk about Carnival. So I hope you enjoyed that tonight. Don't forget to check out my merch as well. And again, a big thank you to everyone who has been buying the merch. I actually didn't think it was going to be as popular as it is, but thank you for that. It means a lot to me that you guys want to buy merch and wear the merch as well. So I've obviously got sort of logo stuff, and I've got the cartoon image of myself vlogging as a new design, and that's also out as well. It's the website is jaggsjourneysgc. That's DECO -apparel.com. So jaggsjourneys.deco-apparel.com, and it'll take you straight to my homepage. You'll see me there in front of the Green Lantern roller coaster. You can go to products, or you can search the categories: t-shirts, hoodies, hats, whatever. I haven't got the embroidered hat on there yet. I'm working with them on that because they essentially they do print, but they're working on a way to get an embroidered stock on there for me. So at the moment it's print on demand. So if you do buy something on there, the company that's doing it for me, they range the products, so like the t-shirt, the plain t-shirts with nothing on them. And then when you order the certain design you want, then they print that shirt for you. And there's up to 7-day time for production. They just say 7 days. It is about 7 days for production, just with their workload. And then once that's made for you, as per your order, then it gets sent out to you. All right. So there are a couple of postage options on there. So if you go, I want to pay the extra and get express, there's still the 7-day production timeline. So I just wanted to let you know about that. If you're wanting it like in 2 days, it won't come in 2 days because there's a 7-day production timeline when you buy it, and then it gets sent out. And they'll actually send them like straight out anyway. So I don't think it's probably not a need to pay the extra for express. They'll still come within 3 to 5 days anyway after production. So yeah, let's just say by the time you order it, within a couple of weeks, you'll have your shirts or your hoodie or whatever you're ordering on there. But again, check out the website and have a look. The quality is very, very good. So that was my biggest thing when I was looking around, is getting the quality of the products correct. So I'm happy with what they're doing. So there. So again, thanks for the support so far, and anyone who's thinking about buying merch in the future, I appreciate just visiting the site. Have a look around, check it out, share it with your friends and family if they are interested as well. But I am starting to see people walk around the parks with my stuff on now, which is weird for me, but it's cool at the same time. So again, thanks for the support on that one. It does mean a lot that you guys are want to support me as well. And don't forget, you can also use the Buy Me a Coffee app that I have on the channel. And again, it's not just for coffees. It's just a way of supporting my channel. I do drink a lot of coffee, but it supports the channel. So yeah, and if you want to have, like, for example, birthday shout out or something like that, you can do it through the app. So I think the minimum is $5, which I don't get the full $5 because that's got to go to the people that run the app. But at the same time, yeah, some people are very generous and regularly buy the coffees, and some buy multiple, which is very generous and very appreciated. But it's, again, a way of supporting the channel. It helps me buy my theme park tickets as well. And if you want to travel and provide another video, something different for you guys, it helps with all that, because obviously, things cost money. So I still work full time, but cost of living is expensive for everybody. So but yeah, so it's a very good way of helping support Jaggs Journeys through the merch, through the buy me a coffees as well. But yeah, any special shout outs, just do it through that as well. You can type on there, hey, can you give a shout out so and so, it's their birthday, give me the detail on there, and we'll do it on the video. So any of that stuff, easy just to do it through the buy me a coffee app. Cool. Anyway, guys, I think the last thing, did I find out what the grumbling was in the bushes at the Africa? I didn't. I was too scared to check out what was grumbling behind the bushes in there. But yeah, too scary for me. Sounded quite real though, for sure. Oliver family, love my carnival video. Thank you for that. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I tried to make it fun, enjoyable, and I tried to put the right music against the theme of it all as well. So thank you for watching the video. If you know other people who might enjoy seeing it or thinking about going to carnival, please share the video. And don't forget, guys, just by liking my videos does help a lot as well. And if you're watching my videos regularly and you're not subscribed, please, if you hit the subscribe button, it is free to subscribe to Jaggs Journeys or to any YouTube. It is free, no cost whatsoever. You do just have to sign up to YouTube just so you belong to YouTube. No cost there either. And by hitting subscribe, it shows me you care, keeps the journey going, and yeah, it definitely helps let you know when I release another theme park or attraction or events type of videos as well. So again, big thanks to everyone who's supporting Jaggs Journeys. Can't say it enough. Always appreciate it. Cool. All right. I'm going to leave it there, everyone. We're just about on 2 hours, so I think that's it for tonight. Big thanks again to everyone who's joined me on this week's live stream. Appreciate it, as always. Thanks for your interaction, and thanks for listening to everything else I went through tonight as well. I hope you got something out of tonight. I hope you enjoy these live streams every Monday night. I enjoy doing them. So yeah, I hope you get something out of them as well. And big thanks to everyone again for supporting and watching all my videos, and checking out our social media platforms as well. Cool. We're going to leave it there, everyone. I hope everyone has an awesome week ahead and a fun weekend when it gets there. And don't forget to ask if Jaggs Journeys is at the theme parks next time you're at one of the Gold Coast theme parks. You never know. I might just be there. I might just be there. Anyway, guys, good night for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next journey. Good night.